What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Journey Podcast. Please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you're here for every episode, we're trying to get, more subscribers, bigger guests, sponsors, all of that. And that comes from you guys giving us a like, giving us a comment. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. So just take 2 seconds right now, hit the like button, drop a comment after the episode if you like it. And we really want to harp on that because we're really trying to grow this YouTube channel, and it starts with you guys.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Journey Podcast is back. No, it certainly starts with you guys. We are speaking with sponsors now, and it would really help us out. Yeah, it would really help us out. So, what up, baby?
It's good. How was East Hampton?
Cool, bro. I've been on a good vibe. I'd actually like to start the podcast off with a little something I wrote like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's hear it.
All right, let's do it. It's pretty funny. I'm learning that less is more. I'm learning not to sweat the small stuff. I'm learning how important it is to take care of your body, how you only get one, and how the shape of your body dictates the shape of your mind, which dictates the quality of your life. I'm learning the power of getting back to nature. I'm learning the power of unplugging and again connecting with nature. Walking around my neighborhood barefoot for no reason at all other than to aid in completely feeling present. I'm learning how beautiful it is to be completely present, how being completely present is what everyone's chasing in some future event through money and experiences, but it's right here, right now. I'm learning to value my alone time more and value my time with friends. I'm learning to explore and adventure again, to reconnect with my younger self, my child self. The self that cried and played and spit out food and had a laugh and a smile so bright it could light up a room. But above all, what I'm learning is from children, how well they feel their emotions. If a child wants to cry, they cry, and then it's over. It's done. They can go immediately from the deepest cry into the world's biggest smile and laughter. It's beautiful. I'm recognizing beauty again in the grass, in the sunlight, how the sunlight intersects with the grass and the sounds of the birds, and just the feeling of being connected to all things. I'm learning not to doubt anything anymore. We can do anything we want. I am certain that God and the law of attraction are real, so I have no need to stress anymore. I'm living well below my means. I'm good with less. And I'm sure it'll come. But when it does, I won't be attached to it. And when I get it, I plan on using it for my close friends, family, and humanity. I know my purpose. I know that I was put here to help people, and I'm just happy and blessed to wake up every day and love that my biggest success yet will be this podcast with my best friend, Zach Cummings, my brother, since 9 years old, and I'm extremely thankful for every single person that watches our podcast frequently. Thank you, guys. I know I've complained a lot about my mental health, not being where I want it to be, but I know now that it served its purpose so we can grow the platform, and now I look forward to working with God to impact others, not accidentally, which is how it's been, but intentionally. Let's fucking rip.
Fire. Yeah. What made you write that?
I've just been writing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been writing again, bro. Just like tapping back into that. Bro, I've been on my phone a lot less.
Mm-hmm.
Like today, I was in East Hampton, and I was just throwing rocks. And J5 was like, bro, why the fuck you throwing rocks? I'm like, bro, because I'm bored. I'm like, because I'm trying not to go on my phone. Like if I'm at a dinner table and everyone's like sitting there on their phone, I'm like trying to speak to them. Or if it's 8-9 p.m. and I would be like normally laying in bed like on my phone, but I'm with friends, I'm like, let's break out a board game. Yeah. I'm trying to even the other time, like a couple of days ago when I was at the beach, I found myself just because I wasn't on my phone, just like taking my hands and like doing circles in the sand a lot. And I'm like, why am I doing this? And it's like, part of me in the beginning, it's like, I'm doing this because I'm bored, but then I'm starting to find like fun in it because I'm like, wow, like while I'm like, although it's stupid, I'm throwing rocks and I'm like, I have my fingers in the sand. My mind is completely still. And because my mind is still, all the problems that I feel like I've had are just going away. I heard someone say this amazing quote. It's you don't actually fix any of your problems, you just outgrow them. And that's the power of presence, because I think that's what being present is. I'm not interacting with a problem, because a lot of these problems you can't even solve, because let's say your problem is shame. You're shameful of something you did in the past. You can't go back and change it. You can't go back and rewrite how you feel about the experience. The best solution is to just be present. By you being present, that shame will just start to dissipate.
Yeah.
If a room is dark, the only way to put the lights on is to put the fucking lights on. Like, I can't get the room lit up with more darkness. I can't fix the problems in my mind with more mind. I have to do something else. So I've been feeling really good. That's kind of what that was. And that was nothing, bro. It was just ran out of me. And the reason why I guess I wanted to start the podcast with it is because I'm on a really good vibe. Last week started the episode off on a really good vibe, and it feels like the vibe is just getting up and up and up and up. And that's something about Mike that I admired, that we admired. Like, damn, it feels like every podcast this dude gets more enlightened.
Yeah.
And I feel like with us, we'll get enlightened, come back down. Get enlightened, come back down. I know that's part of the journey, but when I really think about the use of my time, which you said before, I wasn't doing my best to actually do the things that make me feel good. So now I'm just super intentional. I know what I want. I'm super cool with, like, I've been more happy the past 4 days than I was in Miami on mega yachts and this and that. So I'm just kind of okay with what we got going on, and the stress of the future, I'm kind of just, when it comes, it comes. But for now, I'm okay with just being away from it.
Right. Yeah, I've kind of adopted that, where I just have been okay with where we're at, and I obviously want more. Like, I want to be in Miami. I want us to have the sponsors, the big guests, but a big part of me is just like, it's almost already done.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen yet. It's just for us to even question what we have and doubt, that we're going to have this huge podcast and make, crazy money off of this and impact millions of people. For us to ever doubt that it's silly, because just from the beginning, like, the viewers can go back and watch the origin episode, right? Like this entire thing started from like me looking at your story from a clip of Mike's podcast, which made me start the podcast, and then I had you on as a guest, and now I'm running fucking Mike's TikTok account.
Insane,
it's just
right?
Like all of these things like are so synchronized, and it just happens so organically, and it gives you it's easier to have faith when you start to see those things. But I think a lot of people like have signs in their life that are fucking flashing lights, they're like right in front of their face, and they don't see it because they're not tapped into that side. Because I've played both, like you've been tapped in a little longer than me, but I've obviously I've in the past year I'm getting more involved in it, and it's just allowing me to like see things for what they are, and be like, oh damn, like that's like, oh, we're good. It allows you to just relax sometimes and not get so stressed out, because you're just, bro, you're present. You're more present. And that was like the thing I was telling you. It was called the deathbed mentality.
Yeah.
And basically what that means, like the deathbed mentality, maybe initially it'll make you think of death, but it's actually like a philosophy of life. And it's just ask yourself every morning, if today was my last day, how would I live? And if you ask anyone, they would do everything to the fullest. They would give love. They would laugh. They would spend time with their family members. They would speak to strangers. They would give everything their all. So it's like we have that opportunity to do that every day, because you really do never know when it's going to be your last day. So that quote and that philosophy of the deathbed mentality really stuck with me, just because it can completely change your life if you apply it every single day you wake up.
I completely agree. And I want to speak about some things that you can do, because, all right, you're watching this podcast, you're listening to this podcast, you're like, oh, they sound better, but they're still saying the same things that they always kind of said. Like we still talked about this stuff 5 months ago, 4 months ago, 3 months ago, right? But one of the reasons why I personally just feel better is because like I'm starting to realize, bro, like it really is mind and body and spirit, and that's why I wrote in there, your body dictates the quality of your mind, and the quality of your mind dictates the quality of your life. And I've had tons of terrible habits. A lot of them I thought were like dopamine related, whatever. I just recently got on a new diet. I am, I think, 5 or 6 days in to a pretty intense diet. It's a carnivore diet with fruit. It's an animal-based diet. Carnivore MD created it. I'm basically just eating. It's pretty insane. It's basically like only like 7 or 8 things. It's basically grass-fed beef, wild fish, eggs, any type of animal fat, so like butter, ghee, tallow, fruit. I can literally eat whatever fruit I want, and avocados and raw honey.
Chicken?
You can eat chicken. Yeah, you can eat chicken, but it's like not as like because I'm not eating any vegetables. So because I'm not getting those nutrients from those vegetables, they say that like a grass-fed beef or like a grass-fed steak is just packed with nutrients. So chicken is just a lean source of protein.
Right.
Also, like I need to be eating higher fats now because I'm not eating as much. Well, I am eating a lot of carbs actually, but it's more so coming from fruit. But also just implementing fat as a fuel source, which is a very like clean energy. Long story short, I'm not gonna get into like the science of like what it is or like why it's good for you, or even if it is good for you. I've tried 100 different diets. I'm all for anything. I'm all for whatever you like, whatever makes you feel good. But I can certainly say the past 6 days, I felt absolutely tremendous. It's been a lot easier for me to be in the present moment. And I mean it, bro. Like, I mean, like, I feel my mood is better. That's the reason why I started the diet, was because they even say, like, and one thing that I noticed a long time ago was that, but I strayed away from it because it's weird. Like, when there's a difference between knowing something experientially and then knowing something knowledge-wise. So there's a lot of things that I used to know and feel experientially, but then when you stop doing them, human beings forget things fast. So I like forgot how important it was, or at least for my own body. Like my body doesn't really operate well on carbs in general, just because from what I understand about carbs is like they release glucose, which releases insulin, and then insulin, that's what makes you go up and then down. And like just for my personality, it's because I'm already up and down, like my personality is up and down, it's nice for my diet to just be a little bit more streamlined and consistent.
Yeah.
So long story short, I'm just getting into this whole thing to say, I'm not saying advocating for the animal-based diet. What I am advocating for, though, is getting healthy. Taking care of your body is so goddamn important. And I am advocating for, there are some things, if you are anxious or depressed, you should definitely cut out, like seed oils, for sure. Like, it's not real food. Seed oils, get rid of that. Artificial sweeteners, like sucralose, like even like, like prime and
Acetane.
Yeah, acetane, maltitol, xylitol, even stevia and monk fruit. Like we don't even know if those things are good. So like completely X artificial sweeteners, completely X seed oils. What else did this guy say was bad? Seed oils, artificial sweeteners, just processed foods. Just by you getting rid of seed oils and artificial sweeteners, that right there will, like, you'll cut out 90% of processed foods.
Yeah.
And that's what was making me feel like shit, was just like, I'm looking at like what I'm eating at the end of the night, and bro, like there's like fucking 1,000 ingredients in what this is. And I can just certainly say that it's made me feel better. So I go into this whole point to say, like, if you are going through something, don't panic if you haven't checked your diet first, and then also your exercise, right? Because it all goes together. It's a lot easier for me to meditate when I'm eating healthy. It's a lot easier for me to read and stay focused when I'm eating healthy. You know, it's a lot easier for me to stay in the present moment when I'm eating healthy. So I just feel that it's just good for people listening, just it's making a big difference in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bro, that's like the one thing that I could consistently say that like I take care of every day is like my health is the gym and then my diet.
Yeah.
Obviously, you and I are on like two completely different paths for the diet and like our goals, right? But I mean, I'm eating like the complete opposite. Like I'm eating like everything in sight, and I feel good. Like I feel fine. Yeah. Where I'm eating rice, I'm eating pasta, I'm eating waffles, toast, fucking bread, rice cakes. I'm eating everything just because like I'm trying to gain weight. I'm trying to put on a lot of muscle. But I feel great, like after I leave the gym and then I eat a nice meal and I'm drinking only water. So like I feel great.
I also feel like you have a motivational thing in there as well. And like, cause when you're working towards your goals, that feels amazing. Like that's going to release a massive amount of dopamine, like from what I understand.
Yeah.
So maybe like because I know like maybe the gluten isn't so healthy. Let's just say that. Like maybe gluten is not that healthy. But to you it doesn't affect you because it's working towards your goals, of like getting to that bigger physique.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just think everyone's body is different too. You know what I'm saying? Like you would have to go get tested from a doctor, get all your blood drawn and do all these different tests to know exactly what foods are right for you, what your body rejects, what
100%.
Creates swelling, cuz like everyone's different, like you said like that diet works for you, like it's working for you. It doesn't mean it might not work for the next person. So it's just like just see what works for you.
Right. Right.
Nobody's saying like I'm eating everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I mean, not shit food. Like, I'm not eating fast food. I'm not eating bullshit. But I'm just trying to, like, eat as much as possible just because of how much I'm working out. So, but, yeah, I can definitely, like, attest to that where it's just when your body feels good, like, that's, like, the first step to have your mind feeling good,
It's very, because, bro, like, another thing, I have this theory about stress and panic attacks, and we spoke about it with weed, right?
Yeah.
So we used to be kids and we would smack weed all the time, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. Smack weed. Bro, I would do crazy shit. I would do all types of drugs, you know what I'm saying, as a youngin', and just not give a fuck about any of it and be whacked out of my mind and completely mentally okay, like almost enlightened in these like completely drunk states. And now if I have an Advil, I have a fucking panic attack. What is that? And I think it's because obviously the weed is a lot stronger now, like drugs are stronger, whatever. But I think that us human beings, we've accumulated over the years all of this fucking stress that we wear. It's like we're walking around with these fucking stress chains. I feel like your tolerance, your ceiling for stress every year, 18, 19, 20, 21 just gets higher and higher and higher and higher because now you have bills and you have a mortgage, you have this and you have that. And I can tell you, bro, like the finances is such an incredible stress. I think about money, bro, and like my skin immediately gets hot, Then you have kids, this and that, whatever. What I'm trying to get at is if you're stressed the reason why people are having panic attacks and they're freaking out is because their stress is so high. Their hormones, their cortisol, their stress hormones are so high that you have to take back control of that because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse, and your problems are going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And the best way you can do that is with your diet and your behavior, and that's what I felt. I'm looking at really one of the things that trigger stress is inflammation. And that's why diet is so important, because when you have a good diet, you have a low inflammatory diet, you have less inflammation, you have less stress. And then now that you have less stress, you can actually think clear. And now you can make better decisions and say, oh, like, Now you can tackle what's my purpose. You can't tackle what's my purpose if you're stressed the fuck out all the time. Because the only thing you can do when you're stressed out, and this is what everyone does, is you have to distract yourself. You have to drink. You have to do drugs. You have to watch Netflix. You have to have sex with people you don't want to have sex with. You have to do whatever you can to get out of your mind because you're so stressed scientifically. When you're stressed the fuck out, that stress, that negativity produces negative thoughts scientifically. So you'll do anything to get away from the negative thoughts. So it's like, I feel like for people, and it's, if you're really stressed out, you shouldn't be worrying about your purpose. That's just going to stress you out even more. You should worry about getting healthy first. Now you're feeling good. Now you worry about your purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, your gut is like probably just as important as your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like what you feel with your stomach and stuff like that is like a direct correlation on your mood. Like, so once you cut out, like if you cut out all the bullshit, cut out the fast food, cut out the processed food, if it comes in a box or a bag, it's probably not good for you.
Yeah.
You know, if it's frozen, it's probably not very good for you. So it's like, I mean, we even learned like with the juices, you know, like the companies that have the fruit, you know, the turmeric and the ginger shots and stuff like that. But obviously those aren't the best for you either because there's chemicals in them that are making them last longer on the shelves so the companies can make more money. So it's like, it's really hard to even to know what's good or bad for you. Like I saw this post, the doctor, this guy's like a scientist doctor, and he, you know, he goes in there pretending to be like a doctor, like, oh, like if you're, you know, if you want your children to have the best hydration, give them Pedialyte. And he was like, no, like read the fucking label. Like it's filled with sucralose and red 40. And those are two things that are directly correlated to hyperactivity, which then the doctor prescribes you as fucking having ADHD. And then you're given Adderall for the rest of your life. And they tell you it's this long-lasting, lifelong condition when it's like, it's not. Just cut that shit out your life, and like your brain will react a lot differently because it's not going to be all these chemicals and all this shit being pumped into your body. Yeah. So like your gut and your brain are like, they work like fucking hand in hand. Mm-hmm. But I mean, bro, I mean, that shit it's bad because like it's hard because it's, if you want to be healthy and you want to eat healthy and you want to do all these things to limit the stress, limit the anxiety, bro, it's expensive. Mm-hmm. Fast food is like the cheapest shit. It's so fucked up, you know? Think about that. Yeah. Like the cheapest shit you could eat is the worst shit for you.
But I'll say this, bro. People's priorities are fucked up.
Yeah.
Eating healthy is expensive. Right? But think about where else are you spending your money? Yeah. Netflix, the bar, the newest bag, the newest iPhone, right? You get the new iPhone. The iPhone makes you feel like shit. You get the bag makes you feel like shit because now you're comparing yourself with other people. You really can't even afford the bag. Now you're financially feeling like you're even more stressed out. And then the biggest sin above all is you're neglecting your body, bro. You would rather eat McDonald's but have an expensive handbag or watch Netflix than put good food into your body. And the good food is going to make you feel good, which is going to change your entire fucking life, bro. When you feel good, now you're thinking positively. Yeah. Now you can actually change your fucking life.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, like, you know, if you were only given, if you know, you only have one body. So treat your body like it was a car. Like if someone told you like this is the only car you can ever have for the rest of your life, how would you treat it? You would get oil changes on time. You would change the brakes. You would fucking check the transmission. You would get car washes every week. Bro, that's the same thing with your body. You would get one. And then people treat it like you could go fucking trade it in and lease another body. You can't do that. So like, especially like in the stages, like you can get away for a little while. I feel like up until, you know, you're into your 20s and stuff like that, you might be able to get away with the shit. But like once you're around our age, 25, 26, going into your 30s, like, bro, you should really fucking buckle down on your body and your health because, you know, you're gonna have a lot of regrets when you're 45, 50, getting into your 60s because you're gonna have fucking chronic issues from all the bullshit that you fucking put in your body over the years with the smoking vapes, drinking alcohol all the time, eating fast food, bro. All that shit, bro. You're literally killing yourself. Like whenever I slip up and like I do some stupid, like eat something bad or hit the vape, whatever, it's just like, I'm like, bro, like I'm literally killing myself. Like I'm putting toxins into my body and I am killing myself. And then you're gonna, and then when you get the fucking, the disease, you're like, oh, how'd this happen? This is so fucking, this is traumatic. This is so bad. And it's like, bro, you did it to yourself. You did it.
Yeah.
And you can't, I mean, hey, there is some things that are genetic and you can't prevent, but you said it, right? Like 99.5% of diseases are caused by you. Caused by the shit you put into your body. Like most of them are not genetic.
Yeah.
And people use that as like an excuse and like a cop out of like why I have this or why I'm overweight or why am I like this. And it's like, nah, bro, like sit back, like step away from like who you are for a second and just look at what you've been putting in your body over the last 10 years. Our bodies are a temple. They're not meant to handle all this bullshit that's made in a fucking lab with chemicals, 100 different ingredients. Think about like, bro, like even peanut butter. People eat Skippy. Bro, your peanut butter should have peanut butter and salt. That's it.
Peanuts and
peanuts
salt.
and salt.
Yeah.
Bro, you read the back of Skippy? Bro, like seed oil, fucking corn syrup, fucking, bro, 100,000 different things in there for peanut butter.
Yeah.
And like,
it's not even real. It's not real food.
No.
Bro, kids grow up on peanut butter and fucking jellies. The jelly, bro, is even worse. High fructose corn syrup, Red 40 shit, bro. Then it's on white bread. The gluten, bro, also made in a lab. Like, kids are growing up on this shit, Yeah, it really is. It's scary, bro.
Yeah, because even like what you were talking about with the weed, because I know we've spoke about that of like, weed was different when you smoked when you were a kid just because like you didn't have the problems, but it's also like when you're a kid, like you don't understand the repercussions of anything. You're never thinking long term when you make a decision. You just think because you're living in the moment. So there's pros and cons to being a kid because yes, you're present, but you're not understanding what's going to happen, when you decide to make that decision. And it's crazy, bro. Like think about all the crazy shit we did like when we were kids, and like we're lucky to fucking not have nothing happen to us or anything, There's a lot of situations we've been put in, like fucking I've been in a room where people are fucking shooting in the room, fucking got chased by the KKK, fucking been in bad situations, fucking drinking juice my whole life, fucking you're drinking all this bullshit, fast food, candy, all that stuff. And it's like, that's what I said. You can get away with certain stuff, like with the diet and like your actions for only so long.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point because like now we're starting to see there's a lot of people that are 25, 26, 27. They're still doing the same shit they were doing when they were 16, 17, 18. They're still going to the same fucking bars. They're still hanging out with the same people. They're still complaining about the same shit they complained about 10 years ago. It's like, when the fuck are you going to grow up? When are you going to realize that like, bro, you're in the prime of your life right now and you're throwing it away? It's fucking sad because that just shows you that like so many people are just lacking purpose and just lacking a dream. And they're just working at these fucking jobs just to fucking pay the bills here and there. I was talking to some of my boys last night, bro, and like they were just talking about their job, they're up at 7 fucking and they're leaving at 7 p.m. and doing all this. I said, yo, respect, bro. I was like, I don't know how the fuck y'all do that for a job that like I really don't see any type of like future in, or like I'm like, how the fuck are y'all doing this? So it's like, this is such a weird age because like you got people like that are doing the full-time shit. Then you got the people that don't know what the fuck you're doing. Then you got the people like us that are like on this fucking mission but haven't made it yet. And in the people's eyes that quote unquote made it, like they laugh at people like us trying to fucking chase their dream, trying to fucking not settle and live a mediocre life. And then all of the shit we spoke about ties into that. The diet, the food that you eat, the situations you get put in, the stress, the anxiety. It's, bro, all this shit is like, it's all one, I saw the quote in this book. It was like, what was it? It said, we're not human beings living a spiritual existence. We're spiritual beings living a human existence. So it's like you have to remember that like, yes, you're a human, but there's so many other things that can raise your vibration and raise your frequency to be the best human you can be. And I mean, I'm just glad that we kind of like got into it, you know, because I see people that are like you and I talk about it all the time. They just look like the soul is sucked out of them.
Bro, you're supposed to be a supercar. You know, that's what being spiritual is all about. It's like making yourself a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like, hey, like, there's more to you than just your pockets. I'm not saying if you're spiritual, you can't believe in your pockets. I'm going to be a fucking billionaire, right? But I'm saying, like, I'm also going to heal all my trauma. I'm going to heal my family's trauma so my kids won't have to deal with that shit. I'm going to be a great member of my community. I'm going to be there for other people. I'm going to heal my own anxiety and my own problem. I'm going to work on my mental. I'm going to work on my body. There's more than just finances. You're supposed to be a supercar.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we caught on to that wave as well. And bro, that's why, like, yo, like, bro, you know what's so crazy? I am more confident right now than I have been in honestly, I'd say years. Right now, bro, my perspective, because that's another thing. It's like, yo, you don't got to do too much. You don't got to work on yourself too much to start seeing some good results, you know? Because I think what stops people from working on themselves is looking at how long it will take, you know. But at least for me, like I've just been feeling like, bro, I've only been. It just, here's the thing, man. If you're half-assing things, they're gonna take a lot of time. I had this quote before. People that are attached to the outcome, that will go their entire fucking life waiting to get to this destination, right? Waiting to find their happiness in this destination. They're only doing that because they're half-assing getting there. You know, their entire future is, they're trying to place their entire future in this like distant their happiness in this distant future place, and it's because they're not actually being present, putting in the work in to get there. And that's what we're doing. You know, that's where I feel I'm just tired of, like, and I've said this before, so I don't want to seem like too redundant, but I'm really feeling it right now, is I'm tired of judging myself solely based off of the money that is in my pockets. And I'm realizing, like, where do you get your confidence from? For a long time, I thought it was money. But now I'm like, wait a second here. I know people with money that are fucking miserable. If I can look at this person's life and my life, would I trade it with him? Absolutely not. I know people with money that are completely out of shape. I know people with money that haven't felt God their entire life. I know people with money that never had the blessing of being an athlete like we were and having that warrior spirit. I know people with money. I can go on and on and on and on. There's so much more to life. So now when I can genuinely say I can go for a walk right now and feel happier on a walk with no headphones, looking at nature, being in the present moment, walking barefoot, than this billionaire would be driving his supercar to his yacht. If I can be more happy than that guy, I'm successful. And that's all I have to do to be confident.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where and I really mean those words, bro. I'm not like, I know I'm delivering it in a clip way, but like I really do, like, just between me and you, like, I have been feeling good, man. Like when you begin to unplug all the social media and be on your phone less, and you begin to take care of your body and put good food into your body and value your alone time, know when you're supposed to be alone, but know when you're supposed to be with friends. And when you're with friends, being with people that genuinely want the same things in you and want to grow. It's not that hard. You just start to feel tremendous. You think that, I thought that a Porsche was going to make me feel good. And now I'm like, no, it's my habits, it's my body, it's my connection with God, it's the friends that I surround myself with, how close I am with my family. And ultimately, it's how proud of the person I am. If I can go to bed every single night and say that I am fucking proud of who I am. I wake up every day and I try my fucking hardest every single day. That's all that fucking matters. And if you can genuinely do that, you're going to be way happier than the person with money.
Yeah. No, yeah, well said, bro. Like what you were talking about earlier with like I'm going to like
Yeah, of course.
yeah, no, unpack everything. People half-assing shit
Mm.
and people like just trying to like get there and they're trying to like, you know, kind of like cheat the game, you know, like do all these like little things or like speed up the process, whatever. And it's like people overestimate what they can do in a year and then underestimate what they can do in 5 years. And that's the part that we're in right now. We're in a 5-year play and we know that. We've accepted that and we're like, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what else happens, we're looking at 5 years.
Right.
It's a 5-year play. If we went into this thing with a mindset, and that's what a lot of people do, they start something and then they're like, these are my goals by the end of the year. And most of those goals are unrealistic. You can do a lot in a year. Yes, your life can change in a year, but you can't set these fucking milestones that are just unrealistic. And you have to look big picture. You have to look long term. You have to be like, okay, this is probably a 5-year plan. And now what are the things I need to start knocking off the checklist, like year 1, year 2, year 3, because you have to build towards that. Like year 5 is usually when it like comes full circle, but that's when it really starts. Because like the years 1 through 5 is like the bricklaying. You're building the foundation. And then you were talking about just like what you wrapped up with, like being proud. And I had a thought the other day where I was just sitting by myself and I was just thinking, and I'm like, bro, like I'm really trying, bro. Like I'm trying, bro. I don't know what else I can do because I'm thinking about like, why am I not at where I want to be? And then I asked myself, like, are you trying your hardest? I'm like, bro, I'm giving it all I got. I don't know what else I can do. So once I just kind of accepted that, it's like I told myself, I'm like, bro, you're trying. You're doing everything that you can do. I know a lot of people say they don't like the word try because that means you're not doing, right? Like when people say I'm trying, that means you're not doing. But I don't believe that because like I'm both, right? Like to do, you have to try it first. And like, bro, like we're fucking trying our ass off, bro. We're doing everything. And every person I see like gives us our flowers and gives the respect and is like, but it's so hard to be able to accept that, like, when we have this vision. Most people don't even have, like, the vision. Like, we have, like, a 5-step plan. Like, 5-step plan of, like, yo, we're doing this, and then the 5th thing is the end goal. And then we ride off into the sunset. And then we do whatever else, like passion plays and stuff like that. And it's like, I mean, it's been done before us, so why can't we do it? But yeah, I mean, bro, like I'm super happy where we're at. I'm super proud of what we've done. And it's just like, bro, all we have to do is just like keep our head down and just keep chipping away because it's only a matter of time. It's really only a matter of time before like all of this shit just really like that we made it moment. Like I get chills even thinking about it of like that like we made it moment that we finally fucking did it. And we did it doesn't mean having the watches, the cars, the houses. It's just like we're here. You know what I'm saying? Like all the shit we've been through, all the shit we've done like finally paid off. So like I'm ready for that, you know?
I think, bro, it's so crazy to say because I never believed this, but I'm finally at a place, bro, where like I really believe we're supposed to have the world's best self-help podcast in our way.
Yeah.
I don't know about the numbers or this or that. I don't really care about that, but I'm just saying like I almost feel like you and I are creating a genre, you know, of this like, oh, those guys seem like they're influencers, but they speak like they're Joe Dispenza. You know, they speak like they're really onto this. They're onto something. And I'm not, maybe I'll get a little egoic, but like people can't replicate that because the only way you can get that is if God gives it to you. God gave it to us. The only reason we have the conviction we have is because of the suffering that we've had to endure. And then we were just so blessed to be able to be fearless enough and be brave enough to work through those things, and then God put us together, and then we had this dynamic, and then we started this TikTok, and then we've gotten over 55 million views. I have all the evidence I need now, bro. Like, I'm really on that thing now. Like, I'm at the point now where, like, we've tried to figure out how to make money in 25, 30 different ways. I don't care anymore. I'm living so below my means. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm not a businessman. I'm a celebrity. You know? That's how I feel. Like, I don't, like, you know, like, I just don't, like, yeah, bro, like, you want me to compete in the sport of business and show up to meetings and wear a suit and this and that? I'm a fucking competitor, bro. If I had to do that, I'll outwork you, and I will. But what I'm saying is I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy fucking wearing a suit every day. I don't enjoy clocking in, clocking out, showing up to meetings this time, being 5 minutes early. It's just not my personality. And that's fine. Know yourself. Know what you like in life. Know what you want to do. There's no one-size-fits-all thing. Just because this thing is working for someone else, you see people you admire doing this thing. Jake Paul, Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese. It's like, bro, like, find your greatness. There is greatness in every single goddamn person on this beautiful earth. And one of the saddest things in life is that people are chasing someone else's dream and not theirs. And then an even sadder thing than that is that people aren't even aware that they even have a dream. Some people are so settled to just say, I'm not supposed to be great, or bad things always happen to me, or life doesn't give me a chance, or maybe I'll get it in the next one. You get one life. And I think if everybody can hear this and genuinely be here for this moment, it's like, what do you want to fucking do with it? Do you want to stay with that same girl or that same man? Do you want to stay in an abusive relationship? Do you want to stay at that same shitty fucking job with a boss that you hate that comes in and just blows off on you? What do you want to fucking do with your time? Do you want to be anxious all the time? Right? Do you want to be depressed? I know some of you guys are saying, well, you don't know my life experience. It's like, at what point, like, what does it matter? Like, at what point is enough going to be enough for you? Before you look back and you're 90. If you even get there, it's just, the shit is serious, and people really need to understand that, like, yeah, you get one life, and you really just need to ask yourself, what do you want to fucking do with it?
Yeah, it was like exactly what I read today. Yeah. Literally what I read today. Where it's like, you have to stop being a prisoner of your past and be the architect of your future. And it's like, when are you going to just let it go? When are you going to just be like, okay with what had happened to you, accept it, and move the fuck on? Stop having a victim mentality and carrying that with you. Because you're never going to amount to anything if you always fucking say, poor me, this happened to me. It's like, no, take it on the chin and do something about it. Once you can fucking start living like that, you can attack anything. And like that starts with like the time, right? Like fucking being precious of the time. I wanted to show you this. It's the end of this, the monk who sold his Ferrari, and it's about time. And it says, time slips through our hands like grains of sand, never to return again. Those who use time wisely from an early age are rewarded with rich, productive, and satisfying lives. And it's like, stop acting like we have fucking 500 years to live. You don't. And your adolescent years are gone. Most of them are taken up by school. And you really don't get to do what you want to do. And then if you go to college, you don't get to do what you want to do at all because you're studying fucking 6-7 hours a day and then you're getting drunk on the weekends. So you get out at 22, 23, 24. And then what? You have until 65 until you're supposed to retire? It's like, what the fuck are you going to do in 40 years? People just let the time just fly by, let it slip away. And then next thing you know, it's like, what the fuck happened? And I'm I'm just grateful that like I've adopted this mentality and got into it, you know, and like been and I'm aware of that.
Yeah, bro, we're so blessed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
I
we
really
really
see it
are.
all the time. Like, and it's almost to a fault. Like, I can't relate to anyone anymore. Most people my age, I can't even fucking relate to them. I don't even know what to talk about with most people because we're just on two completely different waves. And I'm so cool with the wave that I'm on. And I really want nothing to do with the wave that they're on. It's fucked up, bro. And I see it with a lot of my friends. Bro, I can't even like hang out with friends anymore without motherfuckers being on their phone all day.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I just want to talk, bro. I want to chill. Like, yeah, pull out the board game. Like, yo, let's go play outside. Like, yo, let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
Let's go do something. Let's have that fucking like, what's our kickball, right? Like
Yeah.
you were talking about. Like, bro, the shit that made us happy when we were kids is the same shit that makes us happy now. It doesn't have to be like everything doesn't have to be so serious. But it's just like it's so hard to have a fucking conversation with someone now because everyone is on their phone. Like, I'm just trying to like just watch the game, have a few drinks, throw the phones away. Like, bro, go play golf. Don't be on your phone like when you're playing golf. It's like, fuck, bro. Like, can we just be present? Nobody's present anymore. We're just glued to the fucking screen. And then the conversations that when the phone is finally away is just fucking bullshit and chit chat and nonsense. And I'm just like, bro, like I need new people around me. Yeah. Fucking what's his name? Ivan hit me up and send me like, bro, like 4 voice notes, just like, bro, like, he goes, bro, I'm 18, about to turn 19. He's like, bro, like he goes, I don't relate to anyone. Like, there's nobody in my town that's like trying to do what I'm doing, bro. Like, I'm trying to podcast and make music. And he's like, and I'm working this job. You know, I'm working like 12 hours a day. And he's just like, bro, I'm like trying to do this shit, like, and I'm just talking. I told him, like, bro, like, that's good. Like, that's good that, like, you're 18, 19. 1, you're ahead of the game. And 2, like, bro, like, you should separate yourself. If you aren't like everyone else, you're doing something right. If you're a unique individual and you're chasing something that everyone else thinks is crazy, you're doing something fucking right. You should be the outlier. You should be the black sheep. Because if you're fucking doing what everyone else is doing, you're going to end up just like them. And if what they're doing is not what you want to do, you should not be fucking following them. So I just told him, I'm like, bro, like, you're in a good spot. And then I gave him obviously like some podcast game, like clips and stuff like that. But I mean, like, it's just, yeah, it's been weird, bro. Cause like I've been good, but I've been like just bored. And then I'm like trying to think of people to like chill with, hit up. And I'm just like, it's like no one around here like doing what we're doing. Like nobody's like on our type of vibe.
And then we can't chill all the time because we got to do this.
Yeah, because then we would have nothing to talk about here.
You know? So it's like, bro, I'm on the same thing. Yeah, I've been trying to figure that out as well, and even like hitting up old friends and then getting disappointed. Yeah. You know, hanging out with them, like, oh man, like it's just gonna be just like old times. And bro, you realize like if people change, and that's. I'm also reading a book, Mastery of Love. It's not just about intimate relationships; it's also about friendships. You gotta realize, bro, you're only 50% of a relationship. You can only put up your half, right? Like you can't, like I can't control my girlfriend. I can't control my friend. If they're gonna be a lesser version of themselves, I can't do anything about it. I just have to accept it and move on. It's fucking sad.
Yeah. It's better to have no friends than shitty friends.
Yeah, bro, because shitty friends are worse for you than seed oils. You know?
Yeah, no.
Shitty friends
and
are
your
bad.
friends are a huge reflection of you.
Yeah.
And they dictate a lot of the, you know, the things that are going on in your mind as well.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you start to feed off of one another. So it's like, if you have shitty friends, cut them off, let them go, bro. No matter what, like if you feel like you guys have had this long friendship, like it doesn't have to be bad blood, but if they're not helping you and they're not like, if they're just not a good person, bro, and like they're not like on the same wave as you, it's like, it's okay. It's okay to let them go. People like forget about that, and like I fucking struggle with that of just like it's okay to let someone go.
Yeah.
Without having like bad blood or a falling out. It's okay to not have that person in your life anymore. And it's like, and if they really did want to be in your life, they would be in your life. People think like, oh, this person's not a good friend, or like this relationship didn't work out, because it's like, no, bro, they just didn't want to be in your life. They didn't value you enough to stay. So be okay with that. It hurts, but you have to be okay with it. And then you have to be on the other end of that as well. It's like learn to say no. I do that sometimes. I don't know about you, where it's like I'm always like looking to please. And it's like you can't be a people pleaser. Like you have to learn how to say no. You have to learn to say like this is not for me. Even though it may hurt your feelings or it may make you look at me some type of way, I have to say no. Because that's what's best for me, and not, I can't have your best interest at heart all the time. Because you do that, then they take it a step further, a step further, a step further. You give someone an inch, they take it a foot. So it's like you have to put yourself as the main priority. You have to. Because when you are the main priority, then you will be a better version of yourself to those people in your lives. If you're a shell of yourself, then you're going to be shitty to them, and then your relationship's going to be shitty. So it's like if you can just value yourself, respect yourself, now you're giving them a totally better version of you. And now they may even like you more. Now the relationship will probably flourish, whether it's a partner or a friendship. So those are just all things like I'm working on and like self-reflecting on, like being alone, just because like I hang out with myself all day now.
Yeah.
If I'm not with you, bro, I'm mostly hanging out with myself.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's cool though, because like when you are alone, you have a lot of time to think. If your head's in a fucked up spot, maybe it's not cool. But if you are in a pretty decent place,
be amazed though, man. Like like someone once broke like meditation down to me, of like it's important to meditate when you're going through really horrible mental storms. Because you just get bored of them. If you're by yourself all day and you're constantly thinking, you'd be amazed. Like some people, I guess the fear is you're going to fall off the deep end. Yeah. But I've never fell off the deep end. And I've been through some pretty hard shit. And I've been alone a lot. And just by sitting with it and actually feeling it, you learn to get bored of it.
Yeah. And
you let it go. That's what's so beautiful about kids, bro. That's what's so beautiful about children. And why I wrote about children in the initial message. I'm thinking a lot about children. I'm reading a lot about children. And how amazing children are. And how, you got to think about it, bro. Like, if I believe in God, we must have come from God. Because we were nothing and then we were something. So who's closest to God? Well, the people that are probably closest to birth and closest to death. Right? Because when they came from our source and then they go home. Back to God when you die. So children are insanely spiritual, insanely present. Again, when they cry, they cry. When they laugh, they laugh. The best thing about kids, bro, is if they have a fucking problem, they let you know about it. The whole room has to know about it, right? You the parent, you might be embarrassed. Oh, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. But the kid's already moved on. The kid had the problem. Yeah. Let it out, felt the problem. Might do that multiple times a day. That's why adults are so. That's one of adults' biggest problems. Why they're so fucking rigid. Because they're supposed to cry. You're supposed to let it out, and we don't, and it builds up. And you got to get back to that inner child, because if you really like, I've never met a depressed kid. I don't know. I've never met a depressed kid. I've met. Seems like every fucking adult I run into now is depressed.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up before because you were speaking about our friends and like, bro, like this is me like more so talking shit just to have fun because it's like this is funny. Like, bro, what's with these guys' bodies? Like, bro, 25, 26, like they're just letting themselves go.
Yeah.
not in the gym. But bro, like I'm looking at all my friends that like used to be like looking good and like they all look the same. I'm like looking around like the dad bod and I'm like, yo, like I could tell just by looking at your body how the quality of your mind.
Yeah.
I could just tell immediately. I could tell just by looking at your body, I probably don't want to be around you. You know? Because if you're not working on your body, you're probably not working on this, and then I can't relate to you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just saying, like, bro, I can't relate. We're on two totally different things.
Yeah.
That being said, if you're working on your body and you look like that, I can relate to you. You're working on your body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just seems like all of our friends, you talked about it before, it just seems like 25, 26 and on, everyone just gives up of everything.
Yeah, they just accept. It is what it is.
Yeah, I just go bald now.
Yeah, like I'm okay. Like it's fine. Yeah. It's like, bro, no, it's not.
You and look then disgusting.
And it's like, and you have the power to change it.
Right.
People fucking forget that.
Why not look like fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson? You know, like I was looking at this guy at the pool the other day, and ginger guy, and he just like had a family. He just looked so shitty. Like he just looked like so unhealthy. You know, I was like, bro, I know he eats shitty. I know he hits a vape. You know, I know he has a job he doesn't like. I'm looking at him I'm like, bro, you'd be amazed at how much control of your life you get back when you take back control of your body.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, maybe you can't control your job right now. Maybe you do have some obligations, but you can control your fucking body,
yeah.
Right? Show up to work looking like Vin fucking Diesel. Maybe your boss won't be as much of a dick to you. Maybe you won't be such a fucking pushover in your relationship. Maybe your wife will respect you more, right? And then maybe shit in life will just start coming to you.
Yeah.
And now you get out of that fucking stupid job.
And then to get there, while like it takes a tremendous amount of discipline and work. It's like if you see someone in the gym and you see someone that is fucking ripped and they have muscles and they have abs, like you know that they're disciplined, you know that they can work on a schedule, you know that they're fucking motivated. Like the gym creates all these character traits that translate to your real life. And it's just like I don't know, like I mean, hey, like we're not at that point. We're not in our 40, whatever. And it's like, and we're not judging. We're like, it's more like we're trying to like help you. Like I'm telling you, like, bro, you will feel better. Like Tate talked about that shit where he's like, oh, look, I'm depressed. He's like, yo, get a fucking 6-pack. And if you're still depressed, let's talk. And it's like, bro, like, if you fucking take your body serious and you take your diet serious, you'll be proud to wake up every morning and look in the mirror. You'll be proud to step on the scale. You'll be proud to be at the beach and take your fucking shirt off. And then if you're a father, right, like now your son has a role model to look up to. And now he's like, I want to be like my dad. He looks like Superman. You know, and now you're changing the trajectory of that kid's life because now he wants to hit the gym and now he's starting having good fucking, you know, a good mindset because mindset and body are directly correlated. Like, bro, the gym and like, hey, like maybe you don't have to go to the gym, bro. Like, go to the park, do pull-ups, like run hills, like do something.
Move.
Yeah, a body in motion stays in motion. Yeah. And, like, I see these dudes because I go to the gym at, like, 9, 10 o'clock. So that's, like the average age in there is, like, fucking probably, like, 35 to 60. Like, all my friends at the gym are, like, older gentlemen. Yeah. But it's, like, respect, bro. Like, y'all are in here. A lot of them are in good shape. And it's, like I saw a dude, bro. He was, like, 75 years old, bro, at the gym. And I was like, yo, that's going to be me.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I really thought, I was like, yo, that's going to be me. Because I was like, bro, like, I can't. I feel like you have to. Because, like, if you just let your body go, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything starts to go.
Yeah.
Your mind's going to go. Your hair's going to go. Your wife will probably go.
Sex drive.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
The gym, bro, the gym is... Fuck, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just a huge advocate. Gym and diet. Yeah, they go hand in hand. The diet is more important than the gym.
Right.
The diet is far more important than the gym.
Yep.
Because if it was the other way around, I would be yoked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The gym is the easy part.
Right.
But yeah, it's sad, bro, to like we're really getting to that age now where it's just like motherfuckers is really like losing their shit.
Yeah. And bro, men like I was watching Yes Theory, Yes Theory on YouTube. They're a big YouTube account. They do a whole bunch of like cool activities.
Maybe.
They went to visit Wim Hof, the guy I was telling you about in Iceland, to go on the mountain. How are we on time?
Hour.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to go visit Wim Hof on the mountain, whatever. And he does this like retreat. Well, it's a 4-day experience, I guess, where he takes people. He's just trying to show you the power of yourself and your mind. And he basically does all this crazy shit with people. He does all these ice baths and cold plunges, and they walk on this mountain barefoot and all this stuff. And I was looking at the men in the documentary, and these are men just like us. Like they're kind of around our age. Like they do seem like they are like somewhat athletic. They don't seem like that hell-bent or out of shape. But like Wim's asking them to go in an ice bath, and it's like he's asking them to murder someone. Like they're speaking about, oh my God, hypothermia and this and that. And I'm just like, yo, like as an athlete, I sat in an ice bath probably over 500 times. And like, it wasn't like, I didn't like get to pat myself on the chest about it. Like, oh, I'm going in the ice bath. It's like, no, if I don't go in the ice bath for 2-a-day football tomorrow, I won't be able to move, and then my scholarship will get taken away. So I better get in that fucking ice bath. And so it's like, the point that I'm trying to get at is like, bro, why are like men, why are men so soft? That's a real thing, bro. Men are soft. Like, bro, you can't even get in an ice bath. How are you going to stand up for yourself when your wife is cheating on you? How are you going to stand up for yourself when your boss gives the promotion to someone else that you deserve it more than? We got to do better as men.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Yeah, bro, and
where did it go wrong? Like it feels like it went wrong somewhere. It feels like
recently.
Yeah,
like over the last 10 years. I feel like
I understand there is a toxic thing, like it could be toxic, but like, bro, like it's not. Like I don't know. I just don't. I think that I don't see a lot of toxic masculine men. I see a lot of fucking idiots. Those guys aren't but that's not even masculine, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just an idiot's an idiot. Fuck all the toxic. This person's toxic masculine. This person's toxic. No, a person just a fucking idiot. That's what they are, right?
Shit's only gonna get worse.
That's why, bro, our platform is so important because, like, bro, we're the fucking bridge. I really feel that. I really feel like you and I, bro, as crazy as it is, I feel like we are the fucking bridge, man. Because, like, it's like, bro, what are you going to say? You guys didn't go through shit? Okay, here are the receipts, right? Okay, you guys came from money? Okay, here are the receipts. Didn't do that. Okay, you guys,
got put on by a celebrity?
Put on by a celebrity? Nope. Here are the receipts for that,
Yeah.
It's like, hey, like, bro, like, we were, like, given. We had inherent talents to do certain things, and I'm very blessed, and I will always fucking say that.
But you have to remember that those talents were breeded from our life experiences. Sure, there is God-given talents that everyone is given. Mm-hmm. Everyone is given God-given talents. Yeah. But like our talents were noticed because of the experiences that we went through. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to like fulfill these talents and fulfill this like God-given ability because we were put through certain things.
And we put ourselves through certain things as well. And when times got tough, we didn't back down. You and I both know as former fucking athletes, as former undersized athletes with certain things working against us, how fucking hard it was to just fucking compete, to just not quit. We battled with fear. We battled with adversity. We became friends with it. That's the number one reason, bro, why and for it is insane that it's just insane that whatever, bro. I don't really care if people believe in us or if they don't believe in us. That's kind of that less is more, bro. That was the whole point of the fucking thing in the beginning. I don't care anymore. Yeah. I stopped caring, bro, because I feel better. Because when I care, I have to prove myself. If I care about your opinion, I have to prove myself to you. That's exhausting, right? I have enough of my own shit to deal with, right? I'm trying to work on real shit over here. I'm healing fucking trauma, right? I'm working on my body. I'm trying to read books so I can be a better speaker for this podcast. I need to reach out to my friend if he's having a bad day, be there for my friend. I can't worry about proving myself to you. We're kicking ass, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kicking ass. We're finding a nice stride too, bro. I feel. Yeah, we're finding a nice stride.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
This is episode 75.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's why it was so good.
Episode 75.
Wow. Yeah. Dude, and to think about, like, episode 75, like, we have kind of put the reps in of, you look at a lot of these guys, like, these successful guys, they are at least on episode, like, 500.
Yeah.
We're going to be blessed to get there before they did, a lot of these guys.
Right. And like this, and then even this like period between episode 75 to 100, it's like, who knows where this thing goes between these next, for these next 25 episodes. 25 episodes is what? Say roughly six months. I'm saying 6 months. You got to think,
right.
24, yeah.
Right.
So in 6 months, we're looking at November. That would be 1 year.
It's gonna be sick, bro.
That would be 1 year from like you and I as official co-hosts completely taking this thing serious.
Yeah.
In 1 year, what we're about to do.
People don't do what we're gonna do. What we've done, and then people don't do what because now, like, the first half we had to lubricate the system. You know what I'm saying? We had to get it. We had to prime it. Now we're prime, bro. So this is really this is really more so the fun half. I feel like.
Yeah, this is where shit starts to get cool.
And then, bro, like I'm just committing to. I'm just committing to this, bro. And when I say committing to this, like, it doesn't mean that like I'm fucking spending all day thinking about the podcast. It's like, bro, I'm committing to working on myself, bro.
And by doing that is doing more for the podcast than you thinking about the podcast all day.
Our past 3 episodes have been great because, like, we're both tapping in again.
Yeah.
They've been great, bro. I could say, bro, I if someone went and counted my ums and my likes, I still say it, but like it's way less than what it was.
Right.
I feel much better. I'm thinking clear. I'm back, and I'm not gonna fall off. That's the difference. It's like, I'm not saying to myself, hopefully I don't fall off. I'm not going to fall. I'm not even going to give myself the fucking option to fall off. I'm here. I'm fucking here. Yeah. Good man.
Good episode.
Should we outro it with the subscribers and whatnot?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. If you're still here and you're not subscribed and you haven't smashed the like button or commented, please do so. Episode 75. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you want to episode 75. Should we toss in? Yeah, whatever. All right. Thanks for watching.